It's July 8th. I just finished meditating. Well, I guess it started yesterday. I continued struggling. I just continued struggling emotionally. And so I stopped by my sister-in-law's house to drop off. I did some grocery shopping for her. She was at the kids. But I stopped by because I needed to talk. And she's so great. Like, she's very she had a normal childhood, you know. So I appreciate her insight and her feedback and her experience. Especially when it comes to like dating. So we're talking and I'm telling her how I'm feeling with the move and then asking for help to, you know, my brother to help with the plants, the moving plants. And I'm just telling her how emotional I'm getting with putting stuff away. And letting her know how many times I've moved. She didn't realize how many times I'd moved before, and I said it's not the number of homes, but the number of times we had to pack up and move, because sometimes we would move between homes like 2 or 3 times. And I just shared the triggers that were coming up for me as I was putting stuff away. And I went to go buy the thing to cover up the holes, and just telling her how that was triggering me. And and just explaining to her, I'm like, I don't know why. I don't know, like in my head I know, but here it's different. And I told her, and I don't know why. I don't know why it's harder here when I know, but I can't explain it. But I don't even know him, you know, like I don't. The little bit that I do know, my head's like, no, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to have that strong emotion. And I was just like, I'm done. I don't want to play these games anymore. And she's the mirror that I needed, right? She's the mirror that I needed. And then I realized there's a lot of other stuff in the home. There's a lot of other stuff here that I can't take with me. The stuff that I purchased. Stuff that he gave me. I can't take with me. I can't take it with me. And she asked me if I was attached to things, if I attach myself to things. And then I think about it and I'm like, well, I don't have a lot, but the little bit that I do have, I am attached. And that's when I started thinking about everything in the house, dishes, just even having the box here. And I told her, like, the painting, and then I told her I wanted to take the painting with me. She's just like, no. That one hurt. That one really hurt. And she's like, why are you attached to the painting? And I'm like, it was just symbolic of where I was when I started this journey. Such a great painting. And she's like, you can't take it with you. And then she asked me, she's just like, is that where you still are? And I'm like, no, I don't know. And she's like, then you don't need it. But I told her I can't get rid of it. I can't. And then she says, you don't have to, you just leave it here. So she's gonna hold it. And she's like, one day you'll be ready. I'm like, okay. So I think there's still a part of me that didn't want to let go. But she's right. She's right. So I came home last night and I just started going through stuff and just putting stuff in boxes. I'm like, okay, I'm not taking. And then I made the decision as I spoke it out to the universe. I was like, I don't want to play these games anymore. I don't want to play these games anymore. What do I do? What do I do? How do I let this go? I don't want to feel like this. And I thought I mean, I'd done rituals with it before, like, to let go, release and let go. And it's still there. So I came home and I just started putting all the stuff and realizing how much stuff I have. I was like, oh my gosh. The books, the dishes, this little stuff, the little stuff. And then I decided to not post anymore. Not until I'm out of here. Not until I'm out of here and into my new place. So the last video that I posted is a chapter 21, episode 3. That's gonna be the last one for a while, for a few months, until I'm officially in my new place. And so then, of course, as it happens, when I spoke that out to the universe last night, MJ's morning message was the answer. Was the answer. Her morning message was the answer that I needed. The reminder that I needed as to what to do next. And it was to just to send them, right? To send light and love, just energetically. Send healing to that, to myself and to the other person. And coincidentally, Christina Lopes came out with a video a day ago, actually. She came out with a video, energy healing, and how to do that for yourself and for others. The other day ago. So I listened to that. That's what I did. That's what I did this morning. That's what I did this morning. And then she mentioned something else that had been in the back of my head. It was with a loved one that I had said goodbye to and that I need to reconnect with before I leave to San Francisco. And she talked about how this person may not be, this person just may need you to know, may need you may need me to let them know that I care about them. And I knew who she was talking about. And sure enough, and this morning I woke up and I heard this loved one's voice calling my name. Like I heard a voice. So I reached out to him. And she said something, the same thing that I had said. Actually in the video that would have posted about my purpose. Or one of my many purposes in people's lives, right? Was to help rebalance them, to help them find their balance, help them find their center. And that this person needed help. And I knew who she was talking about. She said even the ones that don't want it, you could still send them healing energy from afar. Out of compassion. Out of compassion. The funny thing is, she titled this one, Are They Worth It? Are they worth it? And for July 8th, are they worth it? So in the snippet that I listened to, she doesn't talk about anything about worth. So I know it was in the extended, which I don't have access to anymore because I don't pay the 30. I stopped paying because I wanted my intuition to lead me, right? Cutting the cord, jumping right in. Learning to trust myself. Even though there's parts that I don't. Like when my sister-in-law asked me, she's like, do you want him to come back? She asked me, do you want him back? And I really had to sit with that one. Because I told her, I'm like, I'm not ready for him to come back. I'm not ready because I don't trust myself. Because I'll probably say yes. Because that's how strong it feels. That's how strong it feels. Even though my mind's like, no. I don't trust myself. Not yet. Or not at all. So, the way she titled it, Are They Worth It? Are they worth it? I can only imagine what she talks about in the extended, and I chose not to pay for it to listen. I can only imagine, are they worth it? Are people worth it? Are people worthy of love? And the answer to that is yes. They are. Everybody's worthy of love. Everybody's worthy of it. Everybody's worthy of love. Doesn't matter what they do. Doesn't matter what they say. Doesn't matter how they treat you. Everybody's worthy of love. I just want this person to be happy. Truly happy. That's all. That's all. Everybody's worthy of love. So I'll include both of those links. Christina Lopes especially, because that was really helpful. The energy healing. And it just goes back to what he said. You can heal yourself. You can heal yourself. That's what he said. You can heal yourself. And he was right. And Christina Lopes shows you how. If you choose to listen. If you choose to listen. If you choose to listen to advice. It's a choice. It's always a choice. There's always a choice. Even not choosing is a choice. That was all. I guess I'll keep recording if things happen, but I won't post for a few months. I won't be posting until I'm out of here, until I'm out of the apartment. Okay. I forgot to include that I saw the waves. Very brief. It was bright because it was right after I did the energy thing that Christina Lopes suggested. So it was actually bright purple, a brighter purple, and the waves, the movement wasn't really much waves. It was just movement from left, the top left. You know, sometimes I say that there's a horizon. It was like it started off like mostly at the top, the mind space, with a little bit in the water, and it was moving, but it just stopped like a third of the way, and that towards the center. So not completely over the center, but that's how it was, and it gave me the feeling of like trying to move forward, but like intuitively knowing this is just the first step of moving forward or something like that. I think I needed to do the new moon ritual, because MG says it's a good time to try to release and let go again. So maybe that'll help. And then once I'm officially out of this place, I think that'll help too. I just wanted to share about the waves before I forget.
My name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else